presented by your Buick dealer.
How I love to ride my Buick, with my love sitting by my side. Pretty girls and shiny Buick, there's a fellow with so much pride.
With Milton's guest stars Peter Lawford, Carol Channing, and Maria Riva.
For I know that very soon we'll take a honeymoon, my Buick. I love and love.
Hi folks, this is Rob with Two Guys in a Ride, and this is how one Scottish immigrant built an American automotive icon. This is the story of David Dunbar Buick. David Buick was born on September 17, 1854 in the coastal town of Arbroath, Scotland. Moving to Detroit, Michigan with his family when he was just 2 years old, Buick grew up in the heartland of America's future automotive industry. His early life set the stage for a career that would revolutionize the automobile world. Picture this, a young David Buick playing in the bustling streets of the 19th century Detroit, a city on the brink of industrial greatness. Before venturing into the automotive industry, Buick showcased his innovative prowess with significant contributions to other fields. Leaving school in 1869, he began working for a plumbing goods company. When the company encountered difficulties, Buick and a partner took over, lending to the invention of a lawn sprinkler and an efficient method to permanently cast iron baths with enamel. Imagine young David meticulously working on those innovations, laying the foundation for his future success in the automotive industry. As his reputation as an ingenious problem solver grew, Buick's curiosity was piqued by the burgeoning field of internal combustion engines. He began to ponder the potential of these engines, considering how they could revolutionize transportation. His plumbing business flourished, but his mind was often occupied by the mechanics of automotive engineering. This relentless curiosity eventually spurred him to sell his interest in the plumbing company and dedicate himself entirely to the nascent auto industry, a decision that would cement his legacy as a pioneer. Embarking on this new path, Buick found the Buick Auto Vim and Power Company in 1899, focusing on engine development. Perseverance and a sharp eye for innovation propelled him forward, and soon he was captivating investors who shared his vision. This newfound journey was rife with challenges, but Buick's unwavering determination saw him through. His work laid the groundwork for what would become one of the most respected brands in the automotive world. In 1899, Buick redirected his innovative energies toward the burgeoning automotive industry, when he did establish the Buick Vim and Auto Vim and Power Company. Initially intended to develop internal combustion engines, it soon evolved into what would now be known as the Buick Motor Company. Under his leadership from 1899 to 1906, the company flourished, creating some of the most iconic automobiles in American history. Picture this, David Buick in his workshop surrounded by blueprints and early engine prototypes, and his dreams of future cars would dominate the roads. With relentless determination, Buick pushed the boundaries of automotive engineering, his expertise transforming raw materials into elegant yet powerful vehicles. Even during the challenges of the early 20th century manufacturing, he maintained his vision, investing in cutting-edge technology and hiring skilled craftsmen to bring his creations to life. By 1906, the Buick Motor Company stood as a testament to his engineering, setting standards for durability and performance that would influence the automotive world for generations. As the company continued to grow, Buick's influence extended beyond his own workshop, inspiring a new generation of engineers and entrepreneurs. The relentless pursuit of innovation led to a groundbreaking development such as the overhead valve engine and advanced suspension systems, setting new benchmarks in automotive design. Even after stepping down from active management, Buick's legacy endured, with his commitment to excellence being reflected in every vehicle that rolled off the assembly line. Despite his early success, Buick's journey was far from smooth. Internal disagreements and financial difficulties plagued the company. Buick was eventually forced out of the business in 1906, but his creation lived on. The name Buick became synonymous with quality and innovation in the automotive world, thanks to subsequent leaders like William C. Durant, who transformed Buick into a cornerstone of General Motors. Imagine the emotional roller coaster as David Buick watches his company thrive without him, his name immortalized, but his role diminished. As the years went by, Buick's vision materialized in numerous groundbreaking models that set industry standards. The company not only survived the economic turmoil of the Great Depression, but also played a pivotal role during World War II by contributing to the war effort with military vehicles. Each decade brought new technological advancements and design improvements, further solidifying Buick's reputation. Through it all, the brand remained a testament to David Buick's original ingenuity and aspirational spirit, a legacy that endures to this day. In the post-war era, Buick continued its tradition of excellence by introducing innovative features such as the first ever mass-produced overhead valve engines. As the American car market boomed, Buick established itself as a symbol of burgeoning middle class, offering a blend of luxury and performance. By the time the 1950s rolled around, Buick had become a cultural icon, encapsulating the optimism and forward-thinking spirit of the age. The company faced new challenges in the later half of the 20th century, including heightened competition and changing consumer preferences, but it continually adapted and evolved. Today, Buick is recognized worldwide not just for its historical significance, but for its commitment to modern innovation and sustainability. After leaving the automotive industry, David Dunbar Buick faced numerous personal and financial struggles. He ventured into various other businesses, none of which matched the success of the Buick Motor Company. By the time of his death in 1929, Buick had faded into relative obscurity, a stark contrast to the monumental legend he left behind in the automotive industry. Visualize this, an older David Buick reflecting on his life's work, the high peaks of success and the deep valleys of disappointment. The once celebrated inventor now found solace in reminiscing about his early achievements, sharing stories that seemed like distant memories of a glorious past. The instances of innovation and the thrill of seeing his creations on the road were now bittersweet recollections tempered by the struggles of his later years. Despite the harsh realities he faced, Buick's mind often wandered back to his moments of triumph that shaped the automotive landscape forever. He tried to find peace in knowing that even if his name was forgotten, the impact of his work continued to drive forward the evolution of modern transportation. Thanks for watching.
That's right, Milton. Sing it out. And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, especially you ladies. Tonight we have some exceptionally timely advice for you about this business of buying an automobile. It's timely because these are bargain days right now at your Buick dealers. And when it comes to picking bargains, as every husband knows, it's the woman of the house who's the keenest shopper. So I'm going to disqualify myself as a bargain expert tonight in favor of a lady who has just been shopping the automobile showrooms, Mrs. Jan Sherwood. Now, Mrs. Sherwood, would you mind telling our audience how many different automobile showrooms you visited this week?
Altogether, Mr. Hayworth, I shopped the showrooms of 12 different makes of cars.
12. And were they all in the Buick's price class?
Well, now, that depends on what you mean by Buick's price class. I found, for instance, that some cars among the so-called low-price 3 actually cost more than some Buicks. And that's just one of several surprising facts that I'm afraid most folks who are shopping for car bargains don't realize about Buick.
Mm-hmm. Well, why don't you take it from here and let our audience in on them all, huh?
Thank you, Mr. Hayworth. And I think I'll take that Buick Special over there as a typical Buick bargain. Now, if I were going to pick the bargain of bargains of all 12 cars I shopped this week, it would certainly be this beautiful big Buick sedan. And I found that this Buick delivered for appreciably less than several models of the low-price 3, despite the fact that it gives you so much more car. Specifically, as my notes show, this Buick has from 15 to 30 more horsepower. More room inside, front and rear. And here's what my notes say about the demonstration ride I took in each of them. Frankly, there just isn't any comparison. And I wish I had time to show you my notes on all the cars that I compared with Buick. It really makes you wonder, how can Buick give you so much for so little?
I know, Mrs. Sherwood. I've often wondered that myself. But all you have to do is to look at the rock-bottom figures on the price tag on this big Buick two-door, six-passenger sedan. Just stack this price against that on other cars you might consider. And remember, it includes standard equipment charged for as extras by others. It also includes delivery in the very city in which your TV station is located. You certainly can't beat Buick bargains.
More than that, Mr. Hayworth, I was amazed at the high trade-in allowances Buick dealers are now offering. They're just about tops, I found.
And that's mighty important, Mrs. Sherwood. When you subtract the top allowance for your present car from this low price, you sure got yourself a money-saving bargain.
But definitely. And I do hope you folks out there will check this with your Buick dealers. This week, for sure.
That's right, folks. You couldn't pick a better time to see him.